Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. In today's video, as you can tell by looking at me or by the title, I'm gonna be doing a Halloween makeup tutorial. This is my first ever Halloween makeup tutorial that I've done on my channel, which is actually kind of shocking because I love Halloween. I'm kind of like a spooky type of bitch. My birthday falls like a week before Halloween, so I live for this type of stuff. So in today's video, I wanted to show you a really easy, simple, basic Halloween look that you can throw together literally with anything that you have in your makeup kit. Kind of like a vampire, dead girl, Jennifer's Body inspired type of, yeah, like a vampire, right? A vampire who's like been through some things. If you guys are interested in seeing how I created this very easy, simple, sexy sort of last minute Halloween makeup look, then go ahead and just keep watching. I'm starting off with primer. For primer, I'm going to be taking the Brightening Youth Glow since this is meant to brighten my skin. It's also really good for pores, but I really just want to get a nice bright complexion since I'm going to be dead. And then I'm taking the lightest foundations I own. These are from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm using the Hollywood Flawless Filter number 3 and Light Wonder foundation in shade 5. Kind of creating like a cocktail. Just making myself look as pale as possible, if that's even possible. Then I'm taking one of the lightest concealers I have. This is from e.l.f., a nice full coverage finish. I'm really just packing that on because the foundations I were using weren't super full coverage, and I want sort of like a heavier finish for this since it's going to be Halloween makeup. I want it to be a little bit more dramatic, so I'm really just pressing that on with a sponge. Then I'm taking some translucent setting powder. This one I'm using is by Milk. It's my first time using this one, and I actually really like the finish it gave me, but this is really just gonna lock everything in place and keep it from moving. And I'm just popping on some brows really quick off camera. Then I'm taking my Sculpt shade from the Charlotte Tilbury Bronze and Glow with my powder and sculpt brush to carve out my cheekbones. I want a nice defined chiseled look because vampires are usually very structured, so I'm focusing that mostly on my cheekbone and then just adding some on my forehead and jawline and whatever's left over on my nose because I'm not really good at contouring my nose, so I kind of just leave it as is. Then I like to take that same shade on a fluffy blending brush and use that as a transition since I'm going to be going for smokier colors. Then I'm dipping into this black eyeshadow from the Icons palette. Any black eyeshadow works. This is just the one that I had on hand. I'm packing on the black on my lid with a flat eyeshadow brush. Don't worry about it being too perfect because we're gonna put colors on top of it anyway and we're gonna blend it out. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're dead anyway. It's not like it really matters, right? And just going back in with that transition shade and blending out the edges. Then dipping into these maroon shades from the Vintage Vamp by Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going to be adding that to my crease and lid. Not being too precise, just kind of washing it into my lid and then really spreading it out because I like that cat-eyed elongated sort of effect, and taking that same shade and bringing it to the bottom and really just packing on the color until I'm happy with the results. Okay, now this part is totally optional, but I took a black liquid liner and started drawing on some struggle veins. They didn't come out super perfect, but it doesn't really matter because I'm gonna blend eyeshadow over it anyway to give it more of like a washed effect. But again, this is totally optional. I just wanted to do this because I wanted a little bit of a scarier effect because hashtag spooky season, but totally optional. You don't have to do this. Taking that same liquid liner, I'm just gonna draw on a wing. I want a little bit more of a dramatic wing just because it's a little bit more of a dramatic look, and I'm gonna be applying false lashes as well. I'm just taking the red eyeshadow and applying it to the bottom for a more tired girl effect, and I'm gonna be popping on these lashes in the style Ethereal Light. Then taking those same 2 red eyeshadows on my powder and sculpt brush, I'm adding that to my contour just to give it a little extra shading. And I just felt like it kind of really brought the look together. Everything just flowed a lot better, so. Then I'm taking some highlighter. Just because you're dead doesn't mean you can't glow. Go off, queen. I'm using this one by Charlotte Tilbury. This is one of my favorites. It's just like a nice pearly champagne-y one. And I'm pressing that in with the Hollywood complexion brush. Then taking a deep red lip liner, I'm just going to be lining my lips. This one is Hollywood Honey by Charlotte Tilbury. Even a deeper red than this would have been nice, but I couldn't find any deeper red lip liner in my collection, although I could have sworn I had something deeper. I just couldn't find it for some reason. Then I'm taking this matte red lipstick by Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Screen Siren, and I like to kind of blend this out with my finger to diffuse it a little bit. And then I'm gonna be taking the lip liner once again and kind of shading it in just because I like the color of the lip liner better. I want it to be more of a deep red. Then I drew like a nice triangle shape at the bottom of my lip to give kind of like that blood dripping effect. And I just drew that in with a lip liner because it's waterproof, so I didn't really want it to smudge or smear. And then I took the lip gloss, I forgot the name of this lip gloss, but I'll list it down below. It's by NYX, and I added this as a topper, and I feel like this gave it more of like that nice real blood sort of effect. So if you don't have like fake blood, I feel like a red lip gloss works just as great. So I feel like this really just brought the blood and the lips all together perfectly. Just some final touches, adding extra shading until I'm happy with it. And that pretty much sums up the makeup look. Just gonna do my hair and... Alright, this is the finished look. I went ahead and just kind of just straightened my hair, and then I just put on like this black silky shirt. It looks kind of like sophisticated but very like vampire-y. So I went ahead and added a little bit more like shading and bruising. I went ahead and just took these 2 shades from the Vintage Vamp with my powder and sculpt brush, and I kind of just added them right onto like my forehead, a little bit on my neck and chest area to give it a little bit more of like a bruised, bloody effect to make it just look a little bit more scary. This is like sexy and scary. Had a baby. I prefer being a little bit scary because, you know, it's Halloween, so you might as well be scary, but you can totally add contacts if you wanted to. If I had contacts, I would add them. I think it would really just pull the whole look together. You can even add fangs. I got these really like cheap fangs from the Dollar Tree that really suck and look disgusting, but I'll show you what they look like. You can't even talk in these. I mean, these are like super cheap. You can get like some good quality ones. I feel like it'll really bring the look together. I kind of already have like these sort of like sharp vampire teeth going on, so I don't think I'll be needing these, but I feel like I kind of look like Katie Heron from Mean Girls right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one.